What now?
Hey! Okay then. Right?
See you soon, I hope.
That was a great help.
Yes.
That's got me thinking.
Of course.
Now then.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Have a look.
All right.
What now?
Perhaps this suits me best.
Damn it all! What'll I do? Warring's whole nation's going.
His Highness.
Hey, you!
Dreadful. Dreadful.
How about it? There.
Pretty.
Exact.
Dreadful. Dreadful.
Hey, you!
Damn.
You're not serious.
Get yourself a good dip.
Now then. Now then. What now?
Get yourself a good...
All right then.
Let's go.
Well then. Got it.
So, what should we do?
Now then.
That?
Ah,
Onward then.
it's your call.
Great. Let's move out.
What to pick?
All right.
Yo. Hmm? Yeah?
No way.
Right, right. Here. I mean... Well. All right.
About that.
Nope.
Me and Dal didn't live well.
But
Wait.
Sorry.
Hey, did you see outside?
The Solstice Crossing unfurls ahead. Powerful magic at play here blends autumn. Its stunning beauty soothes the hearts of travelers. But it is also said that if one remains too long, they succumb to the mountain's enchantment. Perhaps guided by magics powerful enough to alter the seasons, the Gauntlet Runner stops before the trees grow too dense.
Yes.
Whatever do you mean?
Gallica!
Huh? Whoa!
All right.
I'm quite grateful.
A road in the northeastern mountains of Montario gives way to the Everfrost Forest, its foliage visible through the biting wind, just as the seas of Oceania rise inexplicably into the air. The land here rejects even the modest climate fluctuations of its surroundings. The Gauntlet Runner skids along the frost to stop at the forest's entrance, the icy wind ever present.
Isn't that... Now then.
Speaking of,
I'm heading out.
So, hey.
hey!
What now?
Okay then. Let's go. Everything's pretty standard.
Right?
Well...
We've been spotted. We must be vigilant.
All right. How's that?
Right, we did it!
That's the way. Come on.
A nice find. Add it to the collection.
That might be of use later. All right, how's that?
That should come in handy. Look at it.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, so... Come on. No. Looks like they found us.
Let's push
Let
through.
your guard down.
We've been spotted. We must be vigilant.
Get ready.
Oi!
Wait.
No.
However,
I'm going.
Leave this to me. About that carpet.
Vitus power. Fire!
You hit their weakness.
Give them
That's
no
your
opening!
Captain.
Here they come!
I pray you're ready. It is your turn!
Keep us down.
We shall
Don't
triumph!
help us.
You'll pay for this!
Keep us down. Watch me. We gotta help her. This might sting.
You brought this pain on yourself. Oh, awesome souls, do your thing.
Right in their weak spot. Beat them down,
Subvert
Leo.
Just one left. Not bad.
You seek a fight. You shall have it.
Be a waste to let this sit.
I rejoin the
Who
fray.
should I? You better be ready.
Let's go!
That tickled.
Damn it all!
Basilio, they're wearing down
I
your
won't hold
defenses.
back.
Damn you.
We shall sweep them. Yufa hit their weakness. I'll show you. This might be if I can get closer. Fools! They sure don't give up easy.
Here I go.
To ever greater heights.
I feel stronger.
Excellent. I've grown more powerful.
Hey! Damn it. Hey. See this? Yeah. Hang on a second.
I'd love your help if you can.
Now then.
No.
Goodness.
Come on! Not half bad. Hang on to that. All right, how's that?
Impressive. Your training has paid off.
Think that's the last of them. All right, how's that?
That's not half bad.
Amazing!
Come on!
Great find!
Yeah. All right, how's that?
That was neatly done.
I knew I could count on you.
The sword! Let's push through!
Hey! Great job!
That was the last of them.
Come on! Take it with you, yeah? All right, how's that? I think that's all of them. She'll be in the clear now. This is come on! They're onto us. Cat!
I knew we could count on you.
Nice piece.
Me ear.
Oh, what? Okay then.
Till next time, eh?
All right, how's that?
That'll find it useful.
Let's stash that somewhere safe.
That was neatly done.
We can't get sloppy. You better be prepared.
Don't forget about me! About that person!
Merchant!
Nice hit! That was
This,
perfect!
I can do this.
Heed me! Looks like that's all of them! Great job, everybody! Well,
Let's push through!
Nice. This should be useful.
Smash it!
Why
What now? In that case...
Let's head back. Hey! Okay then. Right?
See you soon, I hope.
That's got me thinking.
Of course.
Guess we're splitting up.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Here.
Let's go!
Damn it all. Unlike them. More exhortations. I love it.
Hey, you.
Dreadful. Dreadful.
How about it?
Oh, yeah?
Well, pretty good.
Exact.
No.
Dreadful.
Hey, you.
Dear me.
You're not serious.
Hey!
Got a lovely distance.
Now then. Leave it out, mate.
Lady Rena, please help us.
Is all this a prince?
Hello, Luis is the only one left.
Dear me.
Isn't he?
Anyone catch your eye?
Excuse me.
You've saved me a lot of...
We did it. All right.
Yeah, but...
All right then.
Let's go.
Got it.
Now then, what should we do?
Now then.
Let's see.
Let's see. Let's see. Up for a challenge, eh?
A tasteful choice. And right there's we have a pending request there.
Let's be off.
It's your call.
Let's be off.
What to pick? Just saying. All right. Hey, could be. Personally, well then, just saying. Okay. That means... Right.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right.
Coming into view is the village of Ligno, a frequent stop for capital-bound peddlers and merchants, experienced traders who have withstood the trials of all the world's cultures and customs, gather here with rare goods found nowhere else. Though the village has waned in light of the influx of monsters, it remains an important hub of commerce. Here in this corner of the world,
Giving it some thought?
Huh.
Hey!
Let's go.
Now then. Oh, nice.
Hey. Hey.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at an encampment, and sensing no imminent threats, they breathe a collective sigh of relief. Yet the day draws to an end, and all are left to wonder how to spend the evening hours.
All right then.
Quite. Well. Oh. Hey. Oh. By God, I've got it. Thank you.
Huh?
Well. That's... You're right.
It'll be fine.
Yes. Oh, come on.
Thanks. I'll do it. Ah, for the blessings of youth. The truth is...
This one's important.
Now then.
Alert, I say!
hours sleep is dirty fighting!
My cue, I think. Let's have a spot of inventor's ingenuity.
Burn!
The enemy continues to
more
appear!
of them?
Only one
I'm come
left.
forth, royal
Finish them
soul!
off and we're clear!
By this power!
That felt great.
Appreciated. See you.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
What to pick? Got it. All right. All right.
The Gauntlet Runner finds itself at the Scoundrel's Hold, a cave system beneath the sand and rock, dug out by bandits over untold years. There were once treasures hoarded in the sprawling paths, but with the arrival of the monsters, only a vast labyrinth remains. The party wanders into the caves, now merely the wreckage of the bandits' dreams.
Is this the place?
Oh my. All good. Gosh! So, hey.
Hey!
That means...
What now?
Okay then. Let's go. Wait.
We end this quickly!
All right. How's that?
Marvelous. Just a bunch of weak ones. We should be fine.
They saw us! They'll throw you lot!
Nice.
Amazing.
Hey,
Okay, so...
exemplary.
What a fortunate find.
Impressive. Your training has paid off.
Marvelous.
Cat!
Such skill. Let's take it. We may yet find a use for it.
Be careful.
They saw us! On your toes, everyone!
They noticed us. On your guard.
They found us! Look alive!
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
I knew we could count on you.
Let's push through! That's the way!
That was brilliant.
I knew I could count on you.
I knew you could do it!
Come on! That's the way!
This is amazing. Absolutely marvelous.
All right, how's that?
We can breathe a little easier now, I think.
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
Yeah! Nice work!
Nice.
I love it!
Let's push through! Take it with you, yeah?
What?
All right, how's that? Come on, Cat!
Nice! And that will find use for that.
Cat!
Marvelous.
Yeah, nice work.
That was well done. That was brilliant.
All right.
Wow.
On your toes, everyone!
All right, how's that? Our usual tactics should work.
This'll be over in no time. You done begging for your life.
It's still up? I shall call souls of kings. Give me strength.
What a finale! Keep your energy up, everyone.
We got a few problems still.
Come on, Cat!
I knew you could do it.
The crystal lies shattered.
Let's push through!
I knew you could do it.
I think that's the last of them.
That should come in handy.
What now?
Watch out! Yep. Just a sec.
Well,
Let's hurry and defeat it!
You done begging for your life.
now accept your fate. Ha! Die!
Merchant! A tough one.
Now I call upon royal power within. Show me truth, they die hard.
Observe. Oh, power of heroes! As the point of a sword!
Hold yourself together.
You need
Nice
training.
dodge, Hulkenberg. Like poetry in motion.
Child's play.
Assassin! I show no mercy! Keep your guard!
You're incredible,
I will
Heisman.
by this power. How I miss?
Don't get sloppy, Captain.
I can't afford to hold back. Out of my way! Let's wrap this up!
Good one, Stroll. Take this! Check me out! Feels like I'm making progress. All right.
What do you think?
In that case.
Hey! Okay then. Right? See you soon, I hope.
Speaking of,
Oh, goodness.
Hey,
Right then.
now then.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Shall we? Damn it all. What'll I do?
Hey, you! Hey, you!
dreadful. Dreadful.
How about it?
Oh, yeah?
Then. Pretty good.
Exactly.
No.
Dreadful. Dreadful.
Hey, you!
Damn.
You're not serious.
Lady Rena, please help us.
What to do?
Is on this the prince?
Luis is the only one here. Close your eyes. Isn't he?
Anyone catch your eye?
We did it. All right.
You've saved me a lot of work.
We've got to do it.
Now what am I to do?
Yo. You rarely came through.
Hey. Just awful.
Vinka! Hey! Sam?
Well then.
I hate it. Stop this, please.
About that.
Hey. I see. I swear it. I'm sorry.
No, no.
Thanks. And we ain't even family. Let's head back.
Is it finally time?
Hey,
You!
All right then. Let's go. Well then.
hey. Well, should be fine. Thanks.
That girl's amazing. I'm kind of
She looks a bit rustic, but she might have what it takes to be a songstress.
Look at Myrtis now. Her audience is melting in her hand. I asked Capra to make some connections, and I think introducing Myrtis here was the right choice.
I think she's got
Yes, she really does. If I don't watch out, she may just pass me up. Her voice, though, it lights a fire in my heart.
You came?
Oh, I just wanted to catch a few notes. But I must admit, you sing with a river of emotions, and it swept me away. I didn't expect to say it, but I was having a great time.
You don't say. Well, thanks. I'll take your word for it. As for me, I think I've learned to face my demons. There's nothing standing between me and my songs now, so you keep an eye out, because I'll be right on your tail. Next time we meet, we'll be sharing a stage.
Well, shouldn't you be off then? Take too long and I'll have a stage larger than this country.
There's that telltale confidence.
But you know, my good man, I think this whole ordeal has finally shown me exactly why I sing. It's not the lyrics, it's not the harmony, it's the power of the song as a whole. And it varies. When Myrtis sings, you can feel her fiery passion. But for me, I want my music to give people hope. No matter how deep the despair, I want my songs to show people that there is always a light that they just have to reach out and touch. That the future is worth fighting for. I think that's what the world needs right now.
That's a beautiful...
I know. And I'm not done growing as a songstress by a long shot. Well, it would be much easier to do that if the world weren't under a constant barrage of tragedy. So let's work together to create a world where everyone can hear me sing in peace.
We'll create a new cut.
Lovely. We'll be humming a merry tune the whole... My sister told me something once. She said I should always strive to get my voice out to more and more people. Journey has been difficult at times, but I'm so glad I never gave up. And as for you, you better be at my side, listening to every note.
The ephemeral songstress, Juna, by the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
A future filled with happy songs is almost here. All right, enough of that.
Somehow,
It'll be fine.
yes. However, may I speak? It'll be all right.
can't lose.
Yeah.
Yeah! Right. Besides, that reminds me. Okay then.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's finally here.
At last.
Whatever Luis throws at us, this...
Between him and the Criers, he's certainly made a production of this. You don't suppose it's a trap?
Nah, he just loves a battle that'll make history. That's the bastard through and through.
Indeed. The man's in fact...
What? Me? I'm ready to lay them.
You can start with one for Del. Give him 100 for yourself. If he becomes king, the kingdom is finished. Maybe even destroyed from the sounds of it. Rella said as much too. About the country being overrun with hordes of humans. That might be his real aim. Though I can't for the life of me think why Luis would want that. I thought he'd made his name as this grand human slayer.
At the very least, we know that Luis will not wield the king's magic to save this land.
We have our own future we're dreaming of. For Maria and Fabienne. For Grius and Rella. We've got to win this. For everyone's sakes.
You would pursue peril.
Great.
The stage is set for the decisive battle to take place in Grand Trad. And so the Gauntlet Runner takes to the sky. He does not return within the hush of teleportation magic as a mere wanderer, but with the fanfare required of one who would claim to be prince. He is a boy no more. He stands now on equal footing with Luis, and whether or not his gambit is only a means to an end.
He's here! Wow! It's really him!
Welcome back!
Your Highness!
It's His Royal Highness, the Prince! We've been waiting for you! Go and teach that damn Luis a lesson!
Finally! This is better than any of the fables. I'm putting all my money on Luis to win.
Sounds like they're more excited about the spectacle than about the prince being alive. Still, suppose it makes sense.
But by the faces in the sky and upon the rock, we are squarely set in second place. Even with the gap between us and Luis, the prince has faithful supporters.
Though 'tis not truly His Highness's face wrought in stone, but our captain's. After all this time, I cannot help but feel conflicted.
Luis spares nothing for an old woman like me. Saint Rella spoke truth. We need the help of His Royal Highness the Prince.
He's the boy with a saint's blessing. He's got to be genuine. If the Sanctus Church's power is waning, should I take His Highness's side over Luis?
Even after her confession, they still keep her words close. I suppose no amount of past sins could make them forget her genuine kindness. Seems strange to say, but we owe her a great deal. Without her, the people would never have calmed, much less placed their trust in us. We can't let them down.
But looking around the city, some of the fervor seems beyond reason.
Your Highness, you can't stop at Luis. You've got to kill all the idiots who believe in him. They're not right in the head.
That right? You're the ones who aren't right in the head. It's because of stiff old cowards like you that this country's been spinning its wheels. Not ever getting better.
Then why hasn't Luis shown up yet, eh? Sounds like he's your coward, after he arranged all this too.
True enough. If he doesn't even show up after all this fuss he's made, everyone would feel like fools.
Probably going for another big, grandstanding entrance like at the royal funeral.
Don't care what he's planning. Either way, he's dead meat.
Save your fury for the fight ahead. But still.
Over there! His Royal Highness the Prince has arrived.
Wow, and Lady Juna as well!
I say, nothing wrong with an adoring public, but this is getting more claustrophobic than the engine room. We don't want to get stuck. I'm popping back in the room.
Let's head to the Hushed Honeybee Inn for now. I'm sure Maria will be happy to see us back.
All the customers say they're on your side. I was surprised at how popular you are.
Thanks for helping, Maria.
I tried my very, very best.
I never thought Luis would be the one throwing down the gauntlet to you. If he'd survived, I'm sure he'd say the same. You'd better get some rest tonight. Come on, Maria. It's time you went to bed.
I wish we could stay up and talk more. Good luck tomorrow. I'll be cheering for you.
It's finally happening.
We've got to win this. For Grius' sake, too.
Victory is in our grasp. We once thought it impossible to save His Highness the Prince, after all, and he now lives.
But without the king's wards, we'll be fighting on even ground. He won't make this easy on us.
The king's magic lived up to the legends. Capable of shaking the world itself. Every man, woman, and child has been at its whims for months.
Not the kind of power any of us want in Luis's hands.
But will this fight truly settle everything? By the spell's own rules, the throne will go to whoever wins the most support. Even after this battle, the crown's fate isn't set. We saw how the people's hearts have been whipped to dangerous passions. When the dust settles...
Whatever they make of it, we've come this far. All we can do now is finish our fight and strike to kill. Any less, and Luis will cut us down.
Indeed. Let us now devote ourselves to victory, and then worry of what comes after. We must believe in all...
This should be our last battle against Luis. I'm just trying to stay hopeful. Knowing how far we've come. Now you've awoken your archetype. Forged friendships. And taken so many burdens on your shoulders. You've really risen to this fight.
This is just the beginning.
True enough. We haven't even won against Luis yet. And even when we do, that won't be the end of it. But it takes me back. If the prince could see... I mean, you and he were best friends. Best friends. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. I felt like I'd misspoke for a second or something. Don't mind me. Anyway, we'll make sure this is the end for Luis. It's like I'm seeing the prince smile again.
Right. Let's get some rest.
It's been a while.
So? Good night.
At long last, my lord, our investigations have borne fruit. We know where the true prince lies. Those loyalists who disappeared with the prince led us right to him. We found traces of their coming and going.
Where was he hiding?
Far to the west of the royal capital, deep within a forest said to bewitch those who should wander in. An old village, erased from today's maps. That said, against all odds, it seems that this
The lost village of the Elder. Last trampled by Fortin's troops, sent to burn it to the ground.
You knew then?
I see now. To hide in a place publicly declared as destroyed. Quite a gap. The prince was born there, you know. An illegitimate son, after the past king's heart was drawn to a woman of the village in his youthful years of debauchery.
What? Then the prince really does bear elder blood.
Fortin did not raise the village for any defiance of his scriptures. He thought only to eliminate an inconvenient heir, a threat to his power, before his birth was known. The prince's survival, his complete disappearance, this was the missing piece. Zorba, go and snuff them out for good.
Sir, consider them annihilated. I've been hoping for...
Now, the battle at the royal capital looms. I must begin my own preparation. If you call yourself the prince, then I will give you a prince's end. And I have just the spell to do it.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning. Did you sleep well? Ready to face the day?
Yes.
No hesitation.
But you have to come back.
I confess my...
Let's get out there.
Never thought we've...
Let's head there.
Can we talk?
Just sublime.
Hiya. Grand, innit?
See you.
Grand, innit?
Just sublime.
What now? All right, then.
I love it. I'm off.
Well, stranger things have happened.
Hello, Hello there.
Now then.
Ah, I get it.
Yeah. Now then. 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 Now then.
Indeed.
That's fine.
Ooh.
What now?
If I may.
Well, whoever's king next, hopefully he's strong. If you say you'll help.
I'll take the crown now. Whether it is, no telling what.
Say that.
Dear me!
His Highness.
Right. Ready?
Well, bit of a tricky situation. Can't exactly say I'm the tournament's official crier anymore, things being what they are. I mean, Sanctifex Forden and St. Rella are gone. Bluntly speaking, there is no tournament anymore. But like hell, if that's gonna stop me, as a lone citizen watching over the future of our country, you can look to me for the latest news on this upcoming fight. Woo! Live free! Very good. Let's begin, shall we? The Day of Judgment is here. The final fight between Luis, military paragon and one-man army, and the boy who claims to be the Fallen Prince. The entire continent's eyes are on this battle, folks, and only one of them's walking away. Let's see a show of true strength, worthy of our new king.
Your Highness, you can win! Give Luis the boot!
Count Luis! Kill that imposter!
It looks to me like Luis hasn't even bothered to show at the royal capital.
Well, there's no way he'd run away from this. Any time now.
Whoa, over there! And so the leading...
Luis.
The two titans of this race have finally come face to face. Let's introduce our candidates once again for this final bout. Our first candidate, Count Luis. Adopted son of a minor nobleman, he rose to fame on his incredible military merits, quelling domestic conflicts and almost becoming our nation's youngest general. Suspected of attacking His Highness, he was denounced and cast down, but his name has since been cleared, and now here he stands, closest to the throne. Then we have the Elden candidate. He who claims to be, though his identity is uncertain, his strength is undeniable. Through his campaign, we've seen his team flourish, counting even the songstress Juna among them. The time has come to demonstrate his power. Will it be enough for this youth?
I have to commend you. A lesser man would have run. This all began with the king's failures. He was an unworthy ruler, and his incompetence bred the chaos that followed. You, who claim to be the prince, what do you believe the people seek in their king?
The intel...
Can intellect alone protect the people? Now let me ask you, my gathered people.
Power!
Your Highness, show us your power!
Young candidate, have you...
We have only one thing to say. Wake up! Luis's fair world is barbaric. A land where the strong prey on the weak. He promises protection, but he is the very man who would see you slain. Hear this! Luis ordered my home destroyed by a human. Are we a land of animals? Or are we a nation united in the protection of the weak, in raising up our neighbors?
He's the type of man who will kill anyone who gets in his way. If you crown him king, I know the country will burn. Rella said as much.
People, do not let your hearts falter. I desire but one thing, a world without inequality. And I shall gladly offer my shield to all of those who follow this ideal. Those who do not, however, will be slain without mercy or regret. It could not be simpler.
If your equality means you will sacrifice the people who need help most.
So, you think you have the strength to protect the weak? Then prove to me these are more than empty words. Come then, and act your part in this show.
The time has come!
Come forth,
We're
royal
finishing
soul!
this! Here and now!
Better be sure. Let's go!
Nice hit! That was perfect! Don't underestimate. I call upon a royal soul! This might sting!
We settle this
General!
here.
Guards up and eyes forward.
Is everyone come? I'll destroy you!
There is no escape
Hold
from
back!
me. Can you endure it? Come, accept my challenge.
The audacity!
I see.
Hulkenberg, your attack power's dropped! Dancer! A bit much, actually. Watch me! Raging fire!
Now, what? Be frozen!
Stroll gave them a new weakness.
Observe Dark Knight.
Now hit him where it hurts.
Bust! Oh!
It's okay. By this power!
I see. It would appear you have them. I will annihilate you! Can you endure it?
Is that all?
I
have your
strike
back!
to kill!
This is nothing.
I strike to kill!
Hulkenberg, your attack power's dropped. I'll show you. Burn!
You defy the rules.
Are you
of strength,
prepared?
Then die by ice!
Keep it up, Stroll.
Good! Very good. However... Magnificent! You truly have become more powerful. But I would expect no less of a remnant of humankind. You're a survivor of a lost tribe, aren't you?
Humankind?
Because he's elder, you would call him a monster.
You should know the truth by now. After all that time I allowed you to spend on that pagan island. History as told by the Sanctus Church is a fiction. No doubt you saw all the evidence of a truer history. One that told of ancient times where the land was ruled by a far different people.
You mean the legends according to the murals and ruins from the temple?
Yufa! Don't humor him.
But if that war between gods truly did come to pass...
Gods? How droll. They may have governed all things with works far beyond ours, but they were no gods. They were an ancient tribe unlike any other race now lost. Wielders of true magic. The modern age saw them called Elder, shunned from our cities. But in their time, they were known as humankind.
I thought humans were those mad monsters. What are you trying to say now?
Luis, you dog! Your lies will soil His Highness's name!
You believe it false? What would I stand to gain from lying?
Elder are actually humankind? Why wouldn't I know that?
Hear me! His appearance as a... In truth, he is human.
He doesn't know when to give up.
No need to distress yourself. You, boy, who call yourself the Prince.
Utopia?
What's happening?
What ails him?
Witness the truth! Good people, you would know the identity of your would-be prince. Here he is!
It's a monster! It's a human!
It's gone. The truth of the humans is laid bare. They're no beasts, but another form of the Elder Tribe. Cast aside their guise with magic, and they reveal their true colors. He is no royalty, no boy, but a ruthless fiend intent on your throne!
It's not true! It has to be one of the Count's illusions!
What illusion? That's no prince! It's a monster!
It'll kill us all! Run!
What has become of him?
It must be Luis's wicked magic. Yet, the aura of Magla, it's exactly like a human's.
He's not!
He's a human.
Hey! Snap out of it! You have to stop this! Ah!
Afraid. Be not afraid, child. 'Tis not thy true self. 'Tis not thy truth. In this moment, thy mind is disturbed, twisted by the power of that man. The time has come. Thou must face the truth deepest within thee.
What's that about?
Remember again thy true self, the purpose of thy birth.
An ideal world. Even if reality crushes everything I believe in, even if my ideals languish, I know I can trust you to see them through. It's always been that way. Whenever my life's been the hardest, you are always there to help me through it. After all, you're mine.
Wake up! Wake up!
Are you well?
I had a strange dream.
You had vast reserves of magic poured into you. It was eating away at your body and mind, but I've managed to suppress it. He may be back with us, but without rest, he will surely succumb to the spell.
I will not.
It would appear the throne is now mine in every sense. Your vengeance is at hand. Will you not finally slay the monster and avenge your people?
Shut up!
Unfortunately, the prince is finished either way. But
the true prince?
Bloody hell! Is that...
Your part in this has ended. Go where you wish, but I advise you run fast if you would outpace your...
Seize the monster! I don't care if you have to kill it!
Attention now. This looks dire.
How could you deceive us?
I knew all along that filthy lowborn was hiding something! Monster!
We retreat to our gauntlet runner. We must find him safe haven.
It won't be long until the entire kingdom hears of this mess. We've no safe haven left.
Gallica, we've only got one option now. I'm worried. I know.
Count Luis has...
Count Luis is our...
Sounds like we've got our next king, then.
Might as well fall in with him. He'll keep us safe from any humans at the very least.
They'll be all right, won't they?
That boy is no monster. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Luis! What the hell did he do?
Stay safe out there, boy.
The flow of that evil Magla was surely born from Luis's magic. What a terrifying force.
I'll remember that sight for the rest of my days. But he hasn't got you beat yet, my friend. You can't tell me the fight's over.
It was more of a defeat than it was a departure. They board the Gauntlet Runner and rush from the capital, as though hiding. What more can they endure? There is no light to be seen.
A hiding place for the Elder Tribe. Wonders never cease.
We can marvel at it later. The mirror hasn't shown me anything for a while. I can't even see the room now, let alone the prince.
No. Just after we'd finally resolved the curse, too.
Luis's final words trouble me. We must hurry on.
At first glance, it is a simple forest, deep as any other. But the observant may sense that every tree in its formation is ancient and grand, bathed in mystical serenity. The name of this place is familiar only to the few who grasp the truth. The ancient Elden Sanctum.
Can you walk, lad?
That's a relief.
Poor chap's even got me worried.
Hey, I reacted poorly when you were turned into... My mind just went blank. For a moment, I doubted you. Forgive me. I should have recognized Luis's drivel for what it was.
It's behind us.
Nothing will shake me like that again, I swear it. And here's hoping there can be no surprises worse than that.
But what a sea of trees. If we get lost in here, we're never getting out.
I can sense a special barrier in place. Meant to deliberately...
Gallica, how fares His Highness? Does the far side...
No. I checked a bunch of times in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm not seeing...
Hurry.
Right. Everyone stay close so we don't get separated.
All right, then. All right, then.
This looks like... Who are you?
Are you all right?
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes. The flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind...
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's...
So here you are at last.
Why?
All right, then.
How odd. This
place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elda tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the human.
They're not! Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed.
Yes. What?
He draws no breath.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior.
Gallica, the cave is...
Yes!
Then we move.
I don't like this.
All right then.
Russell?
Huh? My word.
You were His Highness's tutor.
Hmm? I know but one red-dressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Russell, where is His Highness? What?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure, came striding. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade. We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw...
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the
Who was responsible for the...
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis, from the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy. Twice tormented in the clutch.
Luis.
Please, Russell.
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave.
You're coming, aren't you, love? I know. But we have...
Ah, I'd heard a rumor that there was a kiss, just as Cinderella said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and life. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Something wrong?
No, it's... Well, I will go before you.
You going to stay?
No. I must bear witness myself. As
I'm a little worried.
It's nearly time. Long have I waited.
Hey, you!
Beg pardon?
You must hurry. The time has come.
What?
All was for this day. There is still time.
Sure. What?
Hello there.
This way.
No.
Your Highness.
Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child. Huh? Gallica! You've returned!
Milady Gruaday. It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruaday.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince, even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man, he is still her.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother? The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames. And it cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. You there, boy. Are you perhaps... No, it can't be.
And is something amiss, Milady Gruede? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Hurry.
Hey, are you...
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee. Now, remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew. I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
What do you mean?
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in the... Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Luis, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
It came to nothing.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the...
It was all for...
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince...
is no longer...
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
That's not...
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
It's time to end.
Art thou certain? Is this truly where thy road ends? Thy dream stands unfulfilled. Oh, alas. I believed thee ready to realize the truth.
The prince and the hope that rested upon him was no more. Unity forged among allies and promised to the people was a... And then, inevitably, the day came. The authority of the king's magic, along with the royal scepter, were passed. That was the day fantasy died. No one knows what became of the kingdom thereafter. All that is certain is that none of their names, not even those of the heroes, passed into history. All else vanished.
What now?
This way.
I have been waiting for thee to know this. His life,
This voice.
it all started on that before he... Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Luis.
In the...
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the...
It was all...
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst...
You like...
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further...
That's...
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
His will.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth. He was consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive, so from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus his stilled sands thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I'm the
Is that truly thy role? To name but a few, thy parent... Yes, thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
I don't have...
As I said, thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation. 'Twas Gallica alone who the Resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouded. Nay. The words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences wert to prepare thee for this day, to share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
My...
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Is that right?
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
I...
What is this? Could this be?
Hey!
What awaits us now?
Hark, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world. In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal. all began with the novel in thy possession. Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was. The time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
What? What is this?
What's happened?
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance, the boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst a memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
No! But...
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved. And so the journey ends here.
What? Wait, just...
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself.
How do we make sense of this?
Is it really you? How do you feel?
I feel a bit...
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself. But I also sense His Highness within him.
Everyone? I need to tell you something.
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Then that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will, a part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material Magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Dracadios.
A mass of Magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself. Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure Magla.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really? Please forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most. And more, despite being a member of your royal guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
It never...
That's right, Hulkenberg.
This time, I will.
Finally, we've done Grius proud.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
Captain.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
But this is no time to be thick-headed, Miguel. He's the one who gets to decide what we ballet call him, so listen to him.
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Well, that is, I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency.
So much for acting same as always.
It's beyond belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real. He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream, but a self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
I can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember, I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
A voice?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened. I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too.
A voice? Lady Gruaday mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't...
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar for me.
Hey, who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in, they seem familiar.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chiefess Gruaday, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder Tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
Now what am I to do?
Wow! What?
Does this depict the Elder Tribe?
Elda comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were human.
The human tribe. So Luis's words...
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
A world united. But wait, the ruins on Virga Island, there's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic. Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible, and destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before. The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes? We, the Elder, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
It beggars belief. It is nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Rampant Magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elder.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the Church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed, but its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. It was a grim irony.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king, the path of a modern world where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted with the will of the people, to bear their... Yet, anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it.
And besides, let's do it. Let's fight.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the...
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you. Even if it is scary.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because
I'll be counting on you as always.
Same here. Stick close to me.
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magla into a snow. This man named Luis. He may have his own past in this ancient saint.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
Who exactly?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village. His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts, they're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by the name of Karad, a family of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait, what about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into...
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is...
What do you wish to know?
What is this?
The essence of magic is in the control of Magla. However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw. In every age, the cause and effect are the same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Magla is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. But in turn, Those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more Magla from their heart. Without the willpower to face your fear, the Magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests, with the world embroiled in chaos. These outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals, the beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story.
Indeed, all people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength to confront your fear...
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge, even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Who goes there? Someone flees!
That's him! The malformed...
After him!
No.
Ready?
Stop!
You! So it was you, but...
Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer.
Do you have any idea what Luis is real?
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What did you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your... Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a pup.
He is no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps here at his journey's end.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a... And so I shall return the prince...
Bastard! I wondered why you ran away, but it was all to...
Keep your guard up.
We've come too far to be...
This guy shows up again just when we've... Okay, time for a new fight. All right, let's take it down and then get after Zorba.
Hot!
Don't underestimate me. Come on, follow me.
It's up to you now.
Going for the weak spot! Great job, Juna!
Now,
Now
General!
we're something new!
The power
Hit
of
their weak
fire!
point! Keep it up, Stroll!
Oh, power of heroes! Oh, mystic fire!
Healed! We've got to do something about those apples! Let me handle those. All right, leave it. Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there.
Lend me your strength.
Get after it, love.
Fire!
I've got just the dance for you. I'll show you. Burn! You hit their weakness.
I
Don't
can't
let
have
up now,
General!
Juna.
Show me true! Not done yet!
By the swamp. With blade in hand! Oh, still standing, I see.
Oh, please!
Come forth, Royal Soul! A tough one.
My fast dancer. Raging fire. Let's keep it up.
The bastard got away!
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his foot.
It's good to see you're... We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible. But don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking. Everything's going...
Still, what's our next move? The people think you a monster. We'll not find any public backing like this.
Alces once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both, heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and fire, in condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh?
Right.
Come what may. My life is a shield raised in your highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Luis to...
Of course.
Yes, that
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find useful.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
Looking forward to the...
Well, we've got bigger things to worry.
Your mother. She loved your father, and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village, but listen well. Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions. After all, an old crone like me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, you'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
Yes.
Our final battle. Yet, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the Gauntlet Runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
It's a bit strange. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real. Well, guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Likewise.
Yep. Though, I guess our toughest challenge is next.
The mystical fairy, Gallica. She who still keeps the virtue. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust by the grace of her newfound powers.
We've got the path to tomorrow in front of us, and I'm gonna lead the way.
When things get tough, remember this magic. The music meant... By the way, the Chiefess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. The part we're reading today is... the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together. The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome, yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part sounds a little more metaphorical. There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions. So even the author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Gruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village. But little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel. But we can't lose either.
Right.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of... I once said that to be elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate? Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you?
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to. And once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again as a prince. Do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler, not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks it.
Indeed, 'tis his hands that bear our fate.
Who? I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken. Move onward to thy final
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Okay, all our preparations are just about set.
All this royalty? It always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
We can't give up. Of course. No way we're losing here. I've got the fire in me eyes now.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
I want to protect the...
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As your knight, I will ever serve you with all my soul and ability.
Well, I guess this means...
This place here.
Let's move!
You see?
Yeah. After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truth. Their arch-enemy, Luis, already has one hand on the throne. Even so, they march ever forward. They head to Grand Trad for the fight.
That Eldon boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only...
Speaking of which, I don't see the general.
The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Louis alone is reaping the benefit?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Louis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more, the boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis.
Lord Louis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Louis I am worthy of his gaze.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal...
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty.
Rest assured. That old fool is powerless to stop me now.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
Come on, penny takers.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Louis is going to...
Oh, no, of course not. I'll
call that bet.
A Sanctus bigwig gambling away his tides? It's really...
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Louis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Louis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman! You saying Count Louis lied to us? You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Louis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe...
All right, let's...
Oi! What's all this fuss about?
Damn it! When Count Louis is king, you'll...
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Louis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo.
Even then, Everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any...
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us. Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes. What are we about to see?
Ah. Do you hear me, O King? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over.
Thou impertinent faith breaker, hast thou no shame?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you...
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secret? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people? Listen well, O King. Huh. So it's true. In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to...
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Thou wert elder.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart. And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
Oh.
You cannot stop me any longer.
Snatching victory from, but they are greeted only by their return hardly counts as a triumph, considering how they departed.
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
Isn't that? Ah, that's why the skies grow.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected.
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
True.
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns! Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored!
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
Cause he's an imposter! Just like Count Luis said! You'll not fool us again, beast!
Oi! Calm down. At least listen.
And you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in a Paripus like you, and you spit. Only thing traitors deserve is a tight...
Lady Juna, I can't believe this! I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing.
Hey, you chief! Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're with this pack of... Mustari girl! You ungrateful
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them.
We'll have your heads on pike!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
This is bad.
He would...
Oi! Over! Don't bother with them! No talking this one out, you...
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds.
No, that...
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious. How fares your neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of ever since Fordman's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge.
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless and they cling to Luis as a savior?
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone, and oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I have my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. I'd rant and snipe and have my cynical little discourse, but I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
Kind of ironic. But we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
All right.
What now?
Good. I'm still getting stronger. I found new power. New skills, new possibilities. Now, where was I?
Would you look at this? Yes.
But then... Huh.
That is... fascinating. Oh. I've been waiting. Hello. I see. Fascinating.
I'm counting on you. I found new power.
I see. Fascinating.
I'm counting on. Good. I'm still getting stronger.
I see. Fascinating.
Right. I could get used to this.
Oh. You'll come again.
What now?
Luis is the only one left, isn't he? Smash it all to bits!
Everyone, I'm glad you made it back in one piece.
Have you changed? You're still the same person.
'Tis quite a story, but it deserves explaining. I only hope you can believe us.
Alright, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. I had thought all this business with declaring yourself the prince was a well-meaning bluff, but under the deception, you were, in fact, the actual prince. Is that right? Still, I mean, how do you get the whole country to believe your story? Is that even possible?
Frankly, I doubt it.
Then what will you do?
But you're still you, yes? You came to help everyone, just like you helped me before, right?
Yes, that's right.
Good.
I see. So, even if no one believes you...
Even so, the gulf between us is wider.
Hard luck for the honest knight. And not much room left for civil debate now that Luis is openly advocating killing his opposition. Well, that ship sailed when the king's magic faded. Anyway, if there is a key to turning the tide, first place I'd look is the castle in the sky. You saw how violent and volatile the city folk are now, but I don't think it's as simple as fearing Luis. I've been keeping an eye on the royal capital while you were off on your jaunt through the woods. Frankly, the change in public sentiment was too sudden, unnatural. It's as if they've been collectively drained of their sanity, and if I had to guess what's caused...
You're implying it's Luis's doing? All the eeriness in the sky?
Don't know. But the change in the citizens is certainly odd.
On the other hand, it may well be bait for a trap.
There's gotta be something up.
Then it's settled. Head to the royal palace, and we'll fight in the ways we can too.
Indeed. Maria's been terribly patient, waiting for you and believing in you. It'd be nice to see her smile again.
Right.
I'll always believe in you. We'll all do our best, so you can be a good king.
Indeed. If we win, I suppose you really will be king.
We're counting on you, O King.
'Tis too late today for a grand charge.
What to pick?
Oh, it's Mister. Good night.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 31 days remain.
To all the people who dwell in this land,
this voice?
soon naught but 1 month will remain. On the dawn of the day of the hero, the one who I bid.
Wasn't expecting to wake up to such a
Luis has already fortified himself behind the palace walls. Good thing we've got a Skyrunner, or it'd already be over for us.
Or perhaps it is us he has been waiting for all this time.
However disturbing the world looks now, 'tis only a prelude to the Deadland.
Sky looks proper hellish already. And with all the humans out there, it's no wonder everyone's losing their grip.
Well, he wanted a fair world where strength...
But it's Luis who has the most support right now. And that wasn't born of deception. He broke the nation's order, and everyone knows it.
Sure enough. That's what got our telling, Come to think of it, what do we all stand for, really?
Honestly,
That's your big... I don't really know what everyone's talking about. But everyone who's seen you and your friends say you're amazing. You make them really... Because, you know, you've got all the tribes in your team. Everyone's different, but you keep working together and doing great. You're so cool.
A fair point. You're quite... It is a hard thing to word, so... forgive my fumbling. But perhaps... it is a matter of standing for something Luis does.
If you keep on believing in what you want, and you keep on working hard for it, it...
That's right, love. I can think of plenty of people who have been...
I see now.
Best of luck, Your Highness.
Right.
Well, we'd best keep an eye on the and that won't be the end of things. Personally, I think we should prioritize our main objective here. I'm sure we'd get it done, but we have to make sure we have at least 1 day to spare before the day of the hero.
We've got a few days left.
So Luis is hiding in the floating royal palace here. We have... That's...
Let's put an end to this.
So?
Smash it all to bits!